I was heading out to an assignment today, and there was an industrial action taking place that was happening, and I already knew what travel can be like, what's going to happen, what to expect. And I gave myself extra time. I mean, plenty of extra time. And somehow, with that, I was still running late. Yeah, that happened. And this is me like a few years ago. That would have completely taken me out the whole running late situation. I would have spent the entire journey watching the clock, like checking the map, like figuring out that any updates, if there was any train updates or all these things, mentally writing apology messages in my head, convincing myself that the assignment was already gone, that I've lost it, or there was no way they would have waited or whatever. Because I have done this before. I've had this situation in the past. And I remember another assignment that I had, yeah, years ago, where everything that could go wrong seemed to have gone wrong on that day. I mean, like unexpected delays on the train happened. The road work that was causing even more delays after I came out. And I got there later than and I went. And this loud thought came in my head saying, meanwhile, it was just going on like, this is the thing. None of these thoughts were actually helping me get out any faster. It wasn't helping me get to anywhere, but they were just happening, right? So let's get back to today, right? So today felt like it just was completely different. And yeah, I noticed the thoughts trying to show up. What if I miss this now, right? It was one of them that came. What if it has been cancelled and because I'm now too late, so they cancelled it? What if they come up with like something happened, right? Every time they came up, I found myself saying one phrase or the other in this form. Everything always works out for me. What would be, would be. This part is out of my control. Like, look. So I just carried on. Whenever the thought comes in, I'll just say one of those phrases to myself. I updated the agency that this is what's going on. I stayed present. I was just doing my thing. I just kept traveling, like just on, and the thought would come like, look, everything always works out. Like what would happen would happen. Like there's nothing I can do. There's no point like trying to get myself into a state. So when I now finally arrived at the location, I went up to the reception, introduced myself, what I was there for. They told me that the appointment was showing that it was a video interpreting book. Now I'm like, why did they send me here? Immediate thoughts came to my head, like, okay, oh gosh, hang on. Did I get this in wrong? So I checked the thing. No, no, no. I'm in the right place. It wasn't a remote booking. It was actually a face-to-face booking. I checked. I'm cool. Okay, fine. It's saying remote for you, but to me, so the mine is definitely a face-to-face, right? So now I went up to the department that actually wanted me. So I went upstairs to the department myself. Turned out the appointment hadn't happened. The clinician was still seeing someone else, another patient at the time. So I was like, okay. And then I discovered that the deaf line hadn't logged into the platform. So what was going to happen was it was actually remote for the patient, but face to face for me. So I'll be beside the clinician while we're having the conversation with the deaf person over the Zoom. I don't know why they didn't put me as a remote, but anyway, that's another. I look. Anyway, so because the patient hadn't logged in, they tried contacting them. They're deaf. You can't call them. Like it's not a thing. So they call their next of kin. They send them an email. No response. Nothing. The next of kin wasn't picking up. So they waited. They tried again. No response. Nothing. So eventually, the clinician just looked at me and said, I guess it's a no-show today. It's not happening. I'm like, yeah. So they signed me off, and that was it. Job done. Bear in mind, I was 40 minutes late by the time I got there with everything that was going on with this industrial action that is happening down here. And here's the thing, as I was walking away, I found myself like just thinking about the old version of me. The version of me that would have spent the entire journey to the location suffering. The version of me that would have arrived already defeated, that the job's gone, before even knowing what the outcome was going to be. Because here's the interesting thing that actually happened. The circumstances were never going to make any difference anyway. The delay will still happen. It was out of my control. The uncertainty was there. There was nothing I could do. The thing that changed though was what I focused on while it was all happening. What was I focusing on? I could not control the trains saying they don't want to run. I could not control the strike that's saying this is what we're doing. I could not control whether the client showed up or not. And I could control who I was on the journey to the location. That's all I had control of. Everything else I couldn't, right? Because what you focus on the journey, during the journey, determines how you arrive with it. Where your focus goes, your energy flows. So I would much rather arrive with trust and panic than, oh, sorry, excuse me. Oh, okay. But no. So if this resonates with you, the identity research for interpreters is open. The link is in the description. And go check it out. I am Nene, and we do this every single day. Remember that your voice matters and it is your time to use it. Bye for now.